Good morning everyone. Today we are here with a new topic, Seeds and Seeds of Class 5 AVS Chapter 6. Let's proceed. Now here, what's a seed? What are the parts of a seed? The three main parts of a seed. The first is the embryo, cotyledon, then the seed coat. Seed coat is the outer protective covering. Then the cotyledons, endosperm, it supplies the food for the developing embryo. Embryo, that is the main part that grows into a tiny plant. Now here in the other picture, you find the embryo, endosperm and the seed coat. Endosperm is also called as cotyledon. It provides food for the developing embryo. Now here, step by step, these are the stages in the germination of a seed. In the first picture, it is provided with the soil, water and sunlight. Yes, and it is growing, having maximum supply of air. So in the second picture you find little growth of the root system. Then in the third, little more, you find the root system growing below the soil and slight shoot system. And fourth, little more. Fifth, more. Sixth, more. Seventh, with the leaves. See, cotyledons, they supply the food for the developing embryo, isn't it? See, now as the plant is growing, now it has used up the total material for its growth. So what happens is, as the plant starts developing more and more, the cotyledons fall down and the plant starts growing on its own. It is like the development of a children. See, when you are not able to walk properly, your parents hold your hand, then little bit you will be falling down, you will be getting up, you'll start running, isn't it? Then once you are perfectly able to walk, no one will hold your hand. They will hold your hand only to make you cross the road, isn't it? Now here, bean seed germination in the soil. The first is the seed, second one the radicle develops. In the third picture, the primary root, it grows deep into the soil and the shoot system. But the cotyledon is there because the cotyledon supplies food for the developing embryo, isn't it? Then in the fourth picture, the root system, the shoot system and slightly you see the development of the plant. Then in the fifth picture, the cotyledons are down and after some time it falls down. Then you can see the leaves, development of the leaves and all. Now here, these are the seeds. And what are those extensions? They are the sproutings. Now if you leave these in the soil, what happens is it grows into the root system, shoot system automatically, isn't it? Now they say that sprouted seeds are very nutritious for health, isn't it? So always try to have sprouted seeds. Yes. Now what are the benefits of having the sprouted seeds? They purify the plant. It improves the eyesight. It improves the texture of your skin. Then helps body in fighting against diseases. That means developing immunity. The first point is it purifies plant. Second is improves eyesight. Third is improves the texture of our skin. Fourth is helps body in fighting against diseases. Now have increased vitamins and minerals, good source of proteins and antioxidants. Sprouts are in pre-digested form, good source of chlorophyll, help in weight loss. It is complete nutrition and easily digestible. What things are soaked before cooking in your house? Why? What things do you eat after sprouting? How are they sprouted? How much time does it take? Has the doctor or someone you know ever told you to eat sprouts? Why? Few things that are soaked before cooking in my house are beans, pulses, chickpeas, and lentils. Soaking is done because it softens the hard food substance. It helps in sprout formation. Everyone should add sprouts in their diet. This is because sprouts have excellent nutritional value. Now take some chana and 3 bowls. First put chana in the first bowl and fill it with water. Put a damp piece of cloth or some cotton wool in the second bowl. Now keep the same number of chanas in it. Make sure that the cotton wool or cotton remains wet. Put the same number of chanas in the third bowl. Do not put anything else in it. Cover all the 3 bowls. Observe after 2 days and note the changes in the bowls. In which bowl did the seeds sprout? What difference did you see between this bowl and the other bowls? Why should we tie the chana in a damp cloth? Answer: the seeds sprouted in the second bowl. This is because in the second bowl the seeds got air as well as sufficient moisture. On the other hand, the first bowl was filled with more water than that was required. All the seeds in the third bowl did not get any water for sprouting. We need to tie the chana in a damp cloth to ensure that the chana seeds get proper moisture. The cloth has minute pores that allow the passage of air through it. Plants which hunt. There are some plants which trap and eat frogs, insects, and even mice. The pitcher plant, it's also called as nepenthes, is one such plant. It is found in Australia, Indonesia, and Meghalaya in India. It has a pitcher-like shape. Pitcher means a pot-like shape, and the mouth is covered by a leaf. The plant has a special smell that attracts insects to it. When it gets trapped and cannot get out, what a clever way to hunt! Aniseed means soft, and cumin is called as jeera. Now look at the difference between these two seeds. The texture, the taste differs. So aniseed means soft and cumin means jeera. These are the two things that you need to differentiate, children. Now activity. Which was the smallest seed and which was the biggest seed in your collection? I asked you to collect some seeds, isn't it, in the class? Seeds that are used as spices in your home. Seeds of vegetables, seeds of fruits, light seeds. Check by blowing them, and seeds which are flat. You need to collect all these and you need to know the name of these. Now here, how seeds travel. Say we travel with our legs. We travel by car, we travel by so many things, so many things. But do you know that seeds also travel? Some travel by wind, by animals, by water, by bursting, by humans. By wind. Milk seed, dandelion, maple. What happens is when the wind blows, these are carried away and it deposits itself on some other faraway place, and there again it starts growing into a new plant. They don't need much water like the rose plant, jasmine plant and all. The next is by animals. What happens is the seeds, they have spines or hook-like structures or rough surfaces. When animals rub against these plants, what happens is these stick to the skin of the animals, and even when animals are walking by, passing by also, automatically they stick to the skin of the animals and it falls in some other places. That is by animals. By water, for example, lotus, cattail, and coconut. These float on the water and somewhere else They will land on the seashore or somewhere else and they grow into new plants. Then by bursting, when the fruit is ripe, they burst, and with the force of the burst, these seeds are carried to nearby places and they grow into new plants like violet, like jewel wheat, witch hazel. Then by humans, bean, wheat, cherry. Yes. Why are some seeds called as wandering seeds? Plants cannot move around. Once they grow, they remain in the same place. But their seeds are great travelers. They can reach far and wide. Look at the picture 1 on the next page and see the flying seeds. Seed dispersal is the transportation of seeds from plants to distant places. Seed dispersal is important to eliminate competition for survival between parent plants and offsprings. Seeds remain in a dormant state after getting detached from the parent plant. There are some natural agents that help in scattering the seeds away from the parent plant. These are wind, water, animals, and by the explosion of fruits. Some seeds and roots develop a special structure that helps them in dispersal. Once again, what's the structures that help in the dispersal? By wind, by animals, by water, by bursting, by humans. Watch each and every picture meticulously. Watch the milkweed. See hair-like structures. Dandelion also. The stem is long. But for milkweed, only that seed part. Then maple. Then beggartix. It has spines like sandbur. Also, it is very thorny. Blackberry. Rough surface. Then by water, coconut. Coconut seeds are very light, isn't it? Then cattail, lotus. Then by bursting is the violet, jewel wheat, witch hazel. By humans, we. Humans means we. Bean, wheat and cherry. When the soya bean pods are ripe, they burst and the seeds are thrown out. Have you seen the soya bean pods? If not, you try to watch, children. Yes, this is a small story. Listen to it. The seed cannot fly. Picture 2. But it can still travel by sticking on to the fur of animals or on our clothes. In this way, it gets a free ride. Did you get any idea from these seeds? Read how the idea of Velcro came to George Mastrel. This happened in 1948. One day George Mastrel came back from a walk with his dog. He was amazed to find seeds sticking all over his clothes and on his dog's fur. He wondered what made them stick. So he observed these seeds under a microscope. He saw that the seeds had many tiny hooks which got stuck to clothes or fur. This gave Mastrel the idea of making Velcro. He made a material with similar tiny hooks that would stick. Velcro is used to stick together many things: clothes, shoes, bags, belts, and many more. Did you know this? Tomato, potato, green chili came from South Africa. Cabbage and pea came from Europe. Coffee, bean, green bhindi came from Africa. But what are the Indian vegetables? Mango is a fruit, orange fruit, banana fruit, methi. Methi is also called as fenugreek. spinach, palak, brinjal, radish. Now let's proceed with the evaluation part. We need to evaluate ourselves, what we have learned, what we have seen, what we have listened, isn't it? Match the food items with the place of their origin. Food items and places of origin. Coffee, cabbage, potato, brinjal. India, South America, Africa, Europe. You need to match this. Just 5 seconds for you. Name any seed that scatter by bursting, that is spread over a long distance. Scatter by sticking on the fur of animals. I hope you all are writing the answers. Seeds that scatter by wind. Seeds that scatter by water. Seeds can be transferred in different ways. In each of the pictures given below, write how the seeds are dispersed. Picture 1, Picture 2, Picture 3, Picture 4. Tick the benefits of eating sprouts from the following. Purifies blood, improves eyesight, makes our bones weak, improves the texture of our skin, helps body in fighting against diseases. Now here, what's a seed? What are the parts of a seed? The three main parts of a seed. The first is the embryo, cotyledon, then the seed coat. Seed coat is the outer protective covering. Then the cotyledons, endosperm, it supplies the food for the developing embryo. Embryo, that is the main part that grows into a tiny plant. Now here in the other picture, you find the embryo, and now here are the answers. You can pause here and you can find out how many correct answers you have written. If not, you can go through once again and evaluate yourself. Have a fantastic day, children. Bye bye.